You're probably familiar with the do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do, maybe from music class in elementary school. But if not, I'm sure you have heard that series of notes before, as it constitutes one of the most basic and fundamental scales in all of music theory, the major scale. So learning the major scale is extremely beneficial and important, as it provides the foundation for building a whole bunch of other scales and just makes it a lot easier to understand a whole bunch of other things later down the road. So in this lesson, I'll teach you how to play the major scale starting the A major scale. However, one of the benefits of the guitar is that once you learn the particular pattern, you can slide that pattern up and down the neck and play the major scale for any other note. So to play the A major scale, what you're going to do is you are going to play 5, then 7 on the low E string, and I recommend using your middle finger to fret the 5th fret, and then your pinky to fret the 7th fret, like so. Then you're going to move on up to the A string, and you're going to play 4, then 5, then 7. So in this case scenario, on the A string, you want to be using your index finger for the 4th fret, your middle finger for the 5th fret, and then your pinky for the 7th. And then to finish off, you're going to move down one more string onto the D string, and then play 5 with your index, 6 with your ring finger, and then the 7th fret with your pinky. And this completes the scale as you land on the same note, which is an A, that you started on. So in total, the major scale consists of 8 notes. Whatever note you start on is the note that you will finish on, although it will be an octave apart. So that's why it's called an octave, because it's the 8th. As I mentioned earlier, playing this starting on the 5th fret of the low E string makes it the A major scale. But as I said, you can slide it up and down and play the same exact pattern to play a different scale. So instead of playing the A major scale, if we wanted to play the G major scale, for example, we just find the G note on the E string. So this is A. If we want to find the G note, we can go down 2 frets to the 3rd fret and find G, or you could climb up E, F, F sharp, G from the open string. And if you aren't yet familiar with how to figure out the notes on the fretboard, then check out this previous lesson where we go over just that. But anyways, 3rd fret is a G, so if we start on the G and we do the same pattern, that's the G major scale. So instead of 5-7, we're going 3-5, but the spacing, as long as you keep the spacing of the notes consistent, you'll play the major scale. So instead of 5-7, it's 3-5, and instead of 4-5-7, it's 2-3-5, and then instead of 4-6-7, it's 2-4-5. And you can slide this shape anywhere up and down the neck as long as you start on the E string, but you can also play the major scale starting on the A string as well. As you're learning the major scale, what I recommend is singing out loud the pitch as well as the number, the note number that you're playing as you're playing it. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So this is good for 2 reasons, and you also want to make sure that you're playing it both up the scale and down the scale. What's nice about this is memorizing these numbers will become really useful later on as you figure out relationships between notes. Knowing these relationships, such as the first to the fifth, is extremely important, or the first to the eighth, which is also known as the octave. So just when you're playing it, start committing to memory which note you are playing in the context of the scale. So the first, the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth, the sixth, the seventh, and the eighth. Anyways, that's pretty much it regarding the major scale. Thanks for tuning on in, and we'll see you in the next lesson. Adios, amigos.